Travel, it has been a real nightmare for a lot of people for the past week and really no end in sight. That's where we begin tonight at 10. Thanks for joining us. I'm Tatum Gwen. Thousands of flights have been canceled or delayed, some of those even impacting Midland, Odessa. Rachel Robinson is at Midland International Air and Spaceport and spoke to a few passengers that were impacted by these cancellations and or delays. Rachel, what can you tell us?
Yeah, good evening, Tatum. I spoke to people traveling today, and they said they were waiting on their flight for 2 hours after they landed when they arrived in Florida before they came to Midland, saying nobody would tell them exactly why they weren't allowed to get off the plane, but they thought it was probably staffing issues. The good news is you won't see a lot of cancellations here at Midland International Air and Spaceport, but you might want to watch out for those connecting flights. If it isn't the virus, it's probably the weather delaying or canceling flights. We're talking more than 6,400 flights canceled since Friday, and more than 1,000 canceled flights today, according to FlightWare. The travel troubles centered on flights booked through United and Delta. In a statement, Delta says, "We apologize to customers for the delay in their travel plans. Delta people are continuing to work together around the clock to reroute and substitute aircraft and crews to get customers where they need to be as quickly and safely as possible." At Midland International Air and Spaceport, there were arrival and departure delays, but no cancellations. Most being to and from larger airports like Dallas-Fort Worth, Houston, and Denver. In a statement from Southwest Airlines, they noted the delays at the airport were from weather, saying, "Today we are experiencing minimal cancellations. As background right now, we have fewer than 10 cancellations out of 3,600 scheduled flights, and some delays due to weather conditions in various parts of the country." 4% of today's cancellations were out of Houston, with 1% being out of Dallas. Some tips for successful travel during a time like this. Check the status of your flight before you head to the airport by using an airline's app or checking their website. Also, give yourself enough time at the airport to get through security and double-check boarding and flight times. If you are planning on making a connecting flight, make sure your plane will be on time to catch that connection. And as of right now, it's not known exactly when flights will get back to normal. Like a lot of things with the Omicron variant, a lot of things are still up in the air. Travel is expected to remain high over the next few days. In Midland, I'm Rachel Robinson.